Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, and Kakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles, the great millstone that rule well. And I want to say peace and salutations to the elect of Israel. To you all, I say Shalom. This is Brother Mayaka Allah from the GMS West Palm Beach camp. And Lord willing, His blessing is edifying to the flock of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai. Now, the Spirit came across me to do this lesson. And prior to doing this lesson, I typed into Google most honorable professions. And, it shows you a list of what people in the world deem as the most honorable professions, right? And what sparked me to do this lesson is, the other day I was in a grocery store, and this Jake stopped me. He was like, "Hey, nice beard, yada 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 yada." He stopped me and started conversating with me. Then he was like, yeah, and this nigga was through. Sometimes you tell somebody a little tiny smidget, a nugget of wisdom, and how they receive it lets you know how through they are or not, man. And this nigga was through, cause he was like, "Hey, so what do you do to get your beard like that?" Yada yada yada. And through the Spirit, it's really of the Lord how I got what I got, cause the Scripture says a man can receive nothing unless he gets it from heaven. So it's really the Lord what I got, no matter what I got. So it's all of the Lord. But nonetheless, I told him, "Oh yeah, just which works." I didn't tell him some BS, which works, but I just don't do it as much as I used to, or I don't do it. I probably haven't done it in over a year. But putting black seed oil in your beard works, right? So I told him, "Yo, yeah, you just rub black seed oil." No, at first I told him. He was like, "Yeah, I'm trying to get my beard like yours, yada yada yada." But this man had a shaved face with the pedo mustache. So the first thing I told him is, the first thing you got to do is stop shaving your beard. He's like, "Yeah, I know I get bumps when I shave it, yada yada." Then I was like, "Yeah, that's your body letting you know you're doing something that's off by shaving it." And then he kept talking. He's like, "So what do you do to get your beard like that?" And I told him I put black seed oil in it. And then the way he received black seed oil, I was like, "This man is through, man." He was like, "Oh, black oil seed? What was that?" And then I was like, "Oh," because even in the world, I heard of black seed oil. Black seed oil is huge among Benjamin, because a lot of Benjamites be on that in the world, because they'll say how it cures everything. But there's a saying in the world how black seed oil cures everything except for death, man. But really, all health comes from the Lord. You can't get health unless it's given to you by the Lord. But nonetheless, so I told him, and the way he received it was off. So I was like, all right, this man is through. And then after that conversation, he asked me, "So what do you do?" And I'm like, in my head, that's a through question. When you first introduce yourself to somebody, you first communicate with somebody, depending on the situation, all right, depending on the situation, what do you do for a living? To me personally, that's a through question, because people only ask that in the world because they want to gauge the level of respect they want to give you, right? So if you tell somebody in the world, "Oh yeah, I work for waste management. I basically collect the trash," which isn't a so-called glamorous profession, but society can't run without that. Society can't run without garbage men, because trash was all over the streets. You'll have infestations of rodents, vermin, bugs, termites, vultures, all types of shit. Rats. It'll just be an infestation everywhere. It'll be disease. Everything will be dirty. Nothing will smell good. You couldn't go outside. You couldn't get fresh air if there's trash everywhere. So a garbage man isn't a glamorous profession, but it's necessary. But if you tell somebody in the world that you're a garbage man, they're not going to respect you as a so-called honorable profession like a nurse, a lawyer, a physician, a police officer, military personnel, firefighter, engineer, accountant, judge, professors, clergy, consulate, aircraft pilot, psychiatrist, so on and so forth, right? You notice none of these professions has anything to do with the Lord, first and foremost. Second of all of these professions are through, or the majority of them are through, because what do? They help the system. They help forward the system. They help forward our captivity. right? What did nurses do throughout the whole pandemic, right? If a nurse wasn't crying out about the jab, if a nurse wasn't willing to lose her job over taking the jab or not only did she take it, but she administered it to people, man. Administered it to children, man. So nurses are through, doctors are through, physicians are through in the world. Unless you're like a holistic physician where you deal with herbs, the true medicine. But doctors, nurses, physicians, all them niggas, psychiatrists, all of them are through because they help the beast system, they help propagate the beast system. Salaki, let me see if I'm using that word correctly. Yeah, so when somebody asks you, what do you do for a living? They just try to gauge the level of respect they deem is necessary to give you, man. All right, so people in the world that ask that, Eves will ask that to try to gauge how much you make, But people in the world, man, for the most part, when they ask that, it's for through reasons, right? They never see you, and you know what's through, because I didn't bother asking him what he did once he asked me what I did. Salakia, propagate to cause an organism to multiply by any process of natural reproduction from the parent stock to reproduce itself, its kind, etc., as an organism does, to transmit, to spread, to cause, to increase in number or amount. Yeah, so these people, they propagate the beast system. But as a man, you really only have one job. You only really have one duty, right? A man has multiple jobs, or multiple roles he has to play out through his lifetime. A man has to be a guider, a guidance counselor, a leader, a father, a man of the Lord first and foremost. A man has to be all these things. But if they tell you, oh, I'm a judge, or I'm a psychiatrist, a dentist, a pharmacist, presidency, all this shit is through, man. Lawyer, all these things are through, man. Let me go to the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12 and verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man, right? So if somebody asks me what I do for a living, from now on, Lord willing, if it's in my spirit, I'm just going to say, hey, what do I do for a living to stay alive? I fear the Lord, man. Because the fear of the Lord is what keeps me alive, man. Because outside of the fear of the Lord is death, man. Anything you're doing in this world, if you don't have the fear of the Lord behind it, it's going to lead to your destruction, man. And it could be something as simple as eating. You could eat, and you have no, you think you can eat whatever you want, and you have no fear of the Lord. And that'll be the last piece of abominable food you'll ever eat, man. Or is that abominable food worth you being tortured or tormented in nuclear fire, man? Is it worth it? Is it worth eating that shrimp, that crab, that lobster? It's not. And then on top of it, they make you pay extra for food that's not even food, man. They'll upcharge you for adding shrimp to your food, adding lobster, adding bacon to your shit, man. And the shit is killing you. They make you pay more for you to kill yourself, man. It's like cigarettes, man. Cigarettes are expensive as hell, man, because they make you pay a premium price for you to kill yourself, man. To make you sick, to keep you dependent on their system, man. To put you on a lifetime subscription plan on their drugs and their medicines and their sorcery, man. Their pharmakia, man. And that was one of the things on the list. Pharmacist, an honorable profession. Hey, a pharmacist is just a drug dealer, man. Wait, did it say pharmacist? Lakia. Oh yeah, it did. Pharmacist, man. A pharmacist is a highly skilled and trusted medication expert. They know and understand everything there is to know about drugs. All right, but when that jab came out, in the height of the pandemic, the inside insert for the jabs didn't have any information on it. These pharmacists never went to school, or when they went to school, They never took a course. These doctors too, these nurses too. They never took a course in jabs, man. And the cows, well, I say cows, because vaca, you know, is cow in Spanish or Latin. And that's the beginning of that word, V-A-C-C-A, you know what I'm saying? Or V-A-C-C-I-N, you know? E. You know, I got to spell it out, because Esau Edom, you say the wrong word, and they flag your shit. Even though now they're saying, you know, all this time, these shits do cause blood clots. These shits do cause myocarditis. These shits are killing people. People are dying suddenly. But they're not going to apologize to the people that took it first and foremost, or they're not going to apologize to the prophets that said it, and they took their videos down, man. Because Esau Edom is the devil that the Bible speaks of, and his job is to deceive and to trick the world into following him instead of following Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. So really, I can't get mad at the devil at the end of the day. He's doing his job. I can get mad at Jake for not putting up a fight against the devil. Because scripture says, resist the devil and he shall flee, man. But Jake don't want to resist him, man. Jake will just want to lay down and let, you know, Satan do whatever he wants, man. But this is the book of 2 Chronicles, chapter 36, and starting at verse 15. And the Lord Yahweh, power of their fathers, sent to them by his messengers, rising up betimes and sending, because he had compassion on his people and on his dwelling place. But they mocked the messengers of the Most High and despised his words and misused his prophets, until the wrath of the Lord Yahweh arose against his people till there was no remedy. Right? So, you know, people in the world mock the messengers of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, but being a messenger of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is the most important profession in the world, man. By this profession, kingdoms get destroyed. Kingdoms rise, man. Right? People go into slavery. People get redeemed from slavery, man. No other profession on that list is capable of doing that, man. No other profession on this list is capable of doing that. What the fuck are cops going to do against a king, man? A police officer, man? What are these professions going to... What is a firefighter going to do in the day of judgment, man? What's a firefighter going to do against 200 million thermonuclear missiles, man? Thermo intercontinental ballistic missiles, man. What's a firefighter going to do? Scripture talks about a fire that shall not be put out, man. I think it's off to put. I'm just going to put that real quick. Salakia. Second Ezra 16, starting at 14. Behold, the plagues are sent, and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. And the final plague the Lord is sending upon the earth is thermonuclear missiles. The fire is kindled that shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth. Right? The fire is not going to be put out. So a firefighter, you talk about a firefighter is one of the most honorable positions in the world, professions in the world, until you run into a fire that can't be put out, until the Lord puts it out, man. But I'm going to wrap it up with that. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Again, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles, the great millstone that rule well. I want to say peace and salutations to the elect of Israel. Until next time, I want to say shalom and abba rabah. Oh, shit.